Welcome to another segment of our Partner Spotlight series, brought to you by the members of the Regional Chronic Disease Collaborative. The Regional Chronic Disease Collaborative members work together combining their resources and expertise to help prevent the development and progression of chronic disease across our region. Our Partner Spotlight initiative is to help share innovative approaches being used throughout our region to improve population health.
My name is Denyse Ute. I'm from the Wind River Indian Reservation. I'm Eastern Shoshone. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in nutrition and multiple certificates in coaching, such as the Precision Nutrition Level 1, CrossFit Level 2, and a Brand X method, which is geared towards youth fitness. I have a passion for nutrition and fitness, and I love sharing it with my community. I co-founded Intertribal Wellness, and that offers diabetes prevention programs, a blood pressure self-management program to our Wind River community. We also offer fitness coaching and youth programs as well. I also work for the University of Wyoming Sensible Nutrition Program as an educator and get to teach the CNP curriculum to youth and adults, while simultaneously creating partnerships with other community partners to help bring it all together to create a healthier environment.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I've got to learn a little bit about all of the things that you do. And so instead of saying one particular innovation or one particular program or project, you kind of brought it all together and have the ability to do that out of a special space that you created. You want to give us a little bit more information about what all it is that you're able to do with Intertribal Wellness?
Yes, so we offer diabetes prevention program, and that's a year-long program. And we also offered a blood pressure management program, which is a 4-month program. But we have a gym that we can tie into it. So the fitness facility can kind of bring it all together and practice what we educate and give you a safe space to do a physical activity to increase and try to get that 150 minutes per week or the 180 for blood pressure. I always like to promote the one with more, so geared towards 180 minutes of physical activity a week and having that safe space to practice.
So speaking of safe spaces, as we know, with the public health emergency, some of our hardest hit areas in our rural and frontier states were the Indian reservations. So what challenges did you face during COVID, and how was it that you were able to continue to engage and improve health within your community?
Yes, so with the COVID-19 pandemic, we definitely didn't do a lot of classes anymore, and it did affect the gym tremendously. But we sort of just started meeting people where they were at. We started doing online fitness challenges. We moved the programming to a virtual component where I use an app called Trainerize. And on there, I can create workouts and I can put yoga videos. I can add different types of fitness routines for people at any type of fitness level that they may be at, and have that programming available online through a mobile phone application.
So that's great. You really were innovative during a very challenging time.
Yes. And people logged it. And that was, like with one of the modules in the curriculum is tracking fitness and why that's important in tracking. So the app does that for you, and I know that they're working out and they're getting their minutes of physical activity, and it's just a form of tracking while having to not have to think about what to do that day, I guess, with physical activity. It might even be something as simple as trying to achieve a certain amount of steps in a day.
So Denyse, for all the programs that you have, what was your overall goal, or did you have multiple goals for your program?
We had multiple goals. I think we're just trying to get people to interact more in the programming. We also do a youth component, so that's a lot of our goal too is to increase physical activity amongst youth and adults, families. For example, with the blood pressure program, one of our ideas was to create a fight for your heart. So we did a boxing component to it, and just to promote physical activity and for your health. And with boxing, you're fighting kind of, but I mean there was no like actual fighting. It was just the boxing fitness.
I love boxing, and I was supposed to send you some pink boxing gloves, wasn't I?
Yes.
All right. So unexpected challenges or unexpected results. What can you share with us about, basically the good and the bad that you experienced?
I think with anything, it's a challenge, and it's always hard to do lifestyle changes. It can be very emotional. It can be very a hard decision to make. So just trying to be patient with people and, like I said, meet them where they're at. And I think just trying to be there for them and trying to move forward no matter what. And then, if it's not the time, then maybe it'll be the time the next time. So there's been participants who didn't make it through the first year, but then decided to try year 2. And I always try to reach out even to the people who may have not made it through the past cohort, and then say, hey, maybe this year's your year, And I think for the most part, I like to remind people on their why. So like, why did you sign up? Because there was, that moment in time when they thought that this program may benefit their health in some kind of way, and then they signed up. And so it's like, okay, let's go back to why, and then let's overcome these challenges that you may be facing right now.
That's awesome. So what do you think you're most proud of with your programs?
I think I'm proud of that component, and the gym. I think the gym is a plus nowadays. I mean, post-COVID, it's been a struggle to try and get people, to get back to where they were, and trying to, get the fear of COVID. And it's been definitely a rough few years with that, and then trying to create that community within the gym again post-COVID. But I think people are, coming out, and they're increasing their physical activity and utilizing the gym. So I'm pretty proud of that.
So let's talk a little bit about sustainability. For you, it's not necessarily growing the program. It's trying to sustain it and get it back on its feet after a public health emergency. So is there anything specific or any advice that you would give someone who's, kind of been maybe in the same situation and maybe not as tenacious or passionate as you are about just making sure that we're trying to encourage and engage everyone, regardless of how they've done in the past or what their why reason is for continuing to come back again and again?
Yeah, so sustaining is definitely one of those things that you have to think of throughout the year. I think results talk. So if your participants are seeing results, it's working for them. And if there's a large amount of participants that it's working for, then that really speaks volume. And I think that is a form of recruitment in a way, and especially not using social media, because so-and-so and they look good and it's working for them. They're looking healthier, their attitude's positive, and your mindset's your mindset's more positive. And so that intrigues people, and they're like, I want to try what you're trying. And then they'll say, well, I'm trying this program, and then and then they get interested. And so it's just kind of like a chain reaction.
Yep, that word of mouth, and even better, what people see with their own eyes is probably pretty convincing. That's amazing. All right, so if there were other people, is there any one piece of advice that you would want to share with someone to become this involved and engaged in their community's health and well-being?
I think just practicing patience and meeting people where they're at, and just not giving up on people as well. I mean, especially if you're not getting responses. I mean, and to not take things personally. It's not about you, it's about them. And then also, like just knowing your boundaries, like you don't have to be like so persistent, like all week, all the time, but it might be like just a little bit of a check-in here and there. And usually people will engage with you. And then also like reminding them, like, why did you sign up? Let's go back to why you signed up. And then going from there. And then if they're, like still not responsive, you can just be like, okay, well, maybe we'll try again in the next cohort.
Yep, I've heard that what matters piece is really super important. So I thank you so much for your time today, Denyse, and I congratulate you on your tenacity and your resilience, and the fact that, during a really tough time, you found some innovative ways to continue to engage and improve health and well-being for those at the Wind River Indian Reservation community. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
If you are interested in sharing your innovative approach, please contact one of these Mountain Pacific representatives. Thank you so much.